YouTube. Scratch here. I wanted to do a review of my 2014 Chevy Spark. I'm pretty sure it's an LT1. This is mostly a motorcycle channel, but I bought this little car in November. I anticipated a rough winter, so for health reasons I need to, in the wintertime, have a vehicle to keep me warm and dry, and this is what I picked. I considered a Scion IQ and a Nissan Versa, and overall most of my life I've drove Nissans, and I've had Mustang GT, Nissan pickup truck, Nissan Sentra, Nissan 240, Mazda MX-6, Nissan Xterra. So I've had a pretty wide range of vehicles, so when I do this review, that gives you a little bit of a benchmark of what I'm comparing this to overall. I bought this vehicle because I wanted economy and I wanted good gas mileage. I'll tell you the truth, I really didn't expect a whole lot out of this car when I bought it. I watched a lot of YouTube reviews of it, and overall it's really more car than I thought when I bought it. I paid about $18 for this. I think it's the LT1. It's got tinted windows. One of the things I liked about the Chevy over the Scion and the Nissan was the wheels were included with the car. There was not an extra fee for the wheels, and it also came with Goodyear tires. I really like the way this car looks. It's small, it's agile, and it's relatively quiet inside. I had an occasion to ride in our 2008 Honda Fit this weekend, and this car is considerably more quiet on the freeway than the Fit was. And of course there's the other side of the view of the car. Let's take a look inside. Here's the interior of the car. It's got power windows, power door locks, cup holder down there, that's for your liter bottles or large 16-ounce bottles for water. It's got a couple of cup holders down there by the stick shift. It's got a USB port and a lighter. I don't think there's a lighter in there, but you could plug into it. I've plugged my Garmin into it, although no really need for the Garmin with this car. The seats are pretty nice. They're kind of a faux leather and a material. They recline all the way back, and there's also a lumbar adjustment on the driver's seat. So that's an overall look of the inside of the cockpit from the passenger door. Then with this car you get a back seat. It's not what I would call a huge back seat, but it is a back seat. Those headrests raise up. There's airbags all over this car. Hope I never need them. A little cup holder and a convenience tray in the center. And the seats fold down. They split in half. And back here you just have a window control. One neat thing about this car that I've noticed is when I start it up, the doors automatically lock. and when I stop and I put the car in park, the doors automatically unlock. That's pretty neat. Here's a look at the little utility space in the back. I wouldn't really call it a trunk, but you can lay this down. It came with a netting, and you could put something in there if you wanted to. And like I say, the seats do fold down, and you probably get a fairly good amount of cargo with the seats folded down for the size of this car. I think maybe a little bit more than the Scion IQ, probably not more than the Nissan Versa. The one thing I maybe don't like about this car is the shape of the rear view mirrors. They look good on the outside of the car, but as far as usefulness, I would have preferred them to be a little bit more rounded out towards the edge here. Not the best field of vision that I've had. So here's the driver controls. You got locks, window controls, lockout if you want to lock out the back seat. You got power control on your mirrors. Again, this is the LT1. I'm not sure if the LS model would have all these things. I was willing to get an LS, but I was kind of particular about the color, and so they had this color and I really liked it. So this is the model I bought. Let me see here. Let me start this up. It's got
Amco, that's who, and right now
motorcycle type cockpit, which I really like. There's a speedometer, and the steering wheel tilts up and down, and so the cockpit tilts with it. So if you tilt the wheel up or down, you're not going to block the vision of your controls. You can see the little tachometer there. Right now I've got it in the mode that's showing me I'm currently getting 33 miles to the gallon, and that's very little freeway driving. I have just over 2,500 miles on the car. It's in park. You can see the little fuel gauge here. You have a menu that gives you some options. That's a trip meter. That shows you your average miles per hour. So my car's averaging 21.4 miles per hour in the driving I'm doing, and I'm getting 33 miles a gallon. I would love to take this on a freeway trip and see what it gets. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. This mode here shows you miles per gallon, how many miles left you have on the tank, on the gas that you have. And again, here's the average miles. For the price of this car, I'm super impressed with the stereo and the overall electronics package. It plugs into my when I get in, my smartphone automatically hooks up to it. Here on the steering wheel, got a volume control for up.
breaking news 24/7
for down.
Gallery furniture made in America.
The seek is for when you hook up your smartphone. This is for answering the telephone. That's for disconnecting the telephone. These are your cruise controls. You have traction control over here, and this is your fairly mundane air conditioning controls. I haven't had cause to use the air conditioning yet, but I have used the heater, and it works really well. So, let's see. This is synced into my phone.
And we're loved everywhere we go. That sounds like us. We sing about beauty and we sing about truth at $10,000 a show, right? We take all kind of pills to give us all kind of thrills, but the thrill we never know is the thrill that'll get you when you get your picture on the
So this one here, it came with 6 speakers, and it sounds pretty darn good. Everything I need. So you have some other options here. You have your settings, time and date, radio settings, connection settings, vehicle settings, comfort and convenience, chime volume, auto wipe in reverse gear, radio settings, auto volume, so when you go faster the radio turns itself up, your favorites, your radio tune bar, your radio text, XM capable. I'm cheap, so I probably won't use XM. Vehicle settings, comfort and convenience lighting, power door locks. All in all, for what I paid for this car, it's pretty amazing what it'll do. Here's the. I haven't had a chance to use the picture in the movie yet, but you can actually play a movie on here. My wife has a Kia Soul, and the screen on this is much bigger than the Kia Soul, and she's got a backup camera, which this one doesn't have. But this is a much bigger screen. So here's your telephone, so you can dial, and once you hook into it with your smartphone, all of your phone book is right there in your car, so you can hands-free without having to dial a number. You can just use whatever you have programmed into your cell phone. So anyway, there's that, and I really like it. Let's see, let's go back to the audio setting here. Okay, so let's just do something here real quick. Probably the best thing about this car that I haven't seen talked about much on the YouTube videos I've seen is the OnStar, and this really impresses me. Let's just do a little experiment here.
OnStar ready.
Thank you for calling OnStar. This is Antoine. May I help you?
Hey Antoine, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Hey, could you just give me a rundown of what my OnStar does to refresh my memory?
Alright, so please bear with. Alright, so you have directions and connections package at this time. Directions and connections package that you currently have. You have automatic crash response, crisis assist, on-demand diagnostic, emergency response, OnStar vehicle diagnostic, point of interest download, and a point of interest search. You also have remote ignition block, roadside assistance, routing with your directions. You have stolen vehicle assistance and stolen vehicle slowdown, unlock and lock doors, remote horns and lights. Now the guidance plan comes in, it will have special offers where you will receive rebates on in-store and online rebates for places where you go shopping, say Kmart, Sears, Ruby Tuesdays, Best Buy, Joann's. Also, we will schedule hotel reservations for you through OnStar. We had a agreement with Priceline, so we can get you set up for a hotel directly through OnStar. And also, the guidance plan will include 30 hands-free calling minutes each month.
Okay.
Right. You're welcome. Thank you for using OnStar. Have a great day.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.
Your OnStar call has ended. Goodbye.
So there you have it. I really like all those features. I mean, it's a little bit expensive, but to me it's worth it. I've used the turn-by-turn a couple of times, and I like it better than GPS because it talks to you rather than you having to take your eyes off the road and look at a screen. Okay, so another cool thing about the OnStar is how it syncs with my smartphone. I'll click on OnStar here, and here we have vehicle commands, lock, horns, stop horn, unlock, vehicle status, and let's refresh that. So right now I've got 4.4 gallons with 144 miles range. Oil life is 98%. I need some air in my left front tire, and it talks about overall efficiency. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm averaging 35 miles to the gallon lifetime and 33 miles on trip A. So that's pretty good for city driving. And this is cool. Map. And then what I can do with this is if I want to see where my car is, it'll show me right now my car's right here. So if somebody else is driving my car, like a kid or something, I can see where they're at. Hands-free calling, which I have but I don't use because I use my smartphone, and of course my dealer where I got my car. So there's the OnStar link up with my smartphone, and I really like it. Overall, for what I paid for this little car, it's pretty good. A lot of features. I find it comfortable enough. It's not what you would call super luxurious, but on the other hand, it's everything I need. And 33 miles to the gallon, that pretty much pays for my OnStar, comparing it to other cars I've had. And so anyway, I hope this review is helpful to those of you who might be thinking about a Chevy Spark. This thing is actually built by Daewoo, even though Chevy owns Daewoo, but I've noticed that one of the reasons I considered it was we have a Kia Soul, and that's another South Korean built automobile, and we've been really happy with it. And when I look at this car and look at some of the parts compared to our Kia Soul, this car here I think is probably somewhat built or has the same parts as the Kia company. So anyway, as far as I'm concerned about this Chevy Spark, 2 thumbs up to Chevy. I'm real happy. They've treated me really good. Many years a Nissan owner, and probably after this I'll have a Chevy truck. I'm going to keep this for about 2 years, and for economy's sake. And anyway, thanks a lot, YouTube. I hope this was helpful. If not, if you have any questions, just ask on the video. And I'm gonna open the hood real quick and show you what it looks like under the hood. So here's what you got under the hood. They call it a S-Tech 16 valve. I believe it's 1300 cc's. It's obviously horizontally mounted, and I'm assuming front wheel drive. I'm not a car aficionado. I like motorcycles, but anyway, just to have a look under here, see what it looks like. And just had the first oil change this morning. They told me that actually I could have waited. I had it changed at 2,500 miles, but they said this car comes with synthetic oil. I could have waited till 5,000 or maybe 7,000. I can't remember what he said, but I like to get my first oil change early, and it's fixing to get pretty hot this time of year, so had the oil change done. Anyway, there you have it, and that's what it looks like under the hood. Oh, by the way, there is soundproofing under the hood as well. I forgot to show you that. So, like I say, the car is more quiet than I thought it would be. I've heard some bad reviews on noise levels on YouTube, but actually, I don't think it's that bad, and I'm usually got the stereo turned up pretty good, so that's mostly what I hear.